You might remember many of the faces on that music video from their glory days in the 90s. Many had hit songs and signature moves. Remember dancing along to these hits? Dance steps can be just as recognizable as the music and style of the artists. So, what about the people who actually make the moves that rock a nation? Today we're going to meet someone with a glamorous career that is behind the success of so many famous artists. We're talking about choreographers who think up the creative moves that feature on our favorite artist hit songs. And if you're talking about pop musics in the 90s, you'd have to include famous choreographer Tunyawat who's known as Teacher Tan among his students. Let's check out his journey as a choreographer.
First of all, my mother sent me go to a music school for a piano lesson, but I was not good on it. After I had finished my piano class, I stopped by a dancing class and see the people inside dancing. That was incredible. It's so fantastic for me when the people did a high kick, did a turn, and make me feel I want to do that, please. So I asked a teacher to join her class. So I was allowed to get in her class. So I started dancing for a couple times to join her class. After a couple times, she said to me that I was so talented. I listened to her, and then she said to me that I should take a dancing class seriously. So I decided to follow her advice. That's why I started dancing.
Teacher Tan says he was very shy as a young boy. But deep down, he has always been passionate about singing and dancing. He would practice his dance steps secretly in front of the mirror in his room. Over time, he gained more confidence and developed the courage to perform in front of others. First his class, then eventually on stage. Tan continued to practice his singing technique and would memorize all the dance steps he saw artists use. Then he would make them his own. At first, he just sang and danced on the fly, but eventually he decided to learn how to perform properly so that he could take his career more seriously. It wasn't long before Kun Tan's singing and dancing ability began to shine. A turning point came when he had to make a choice between becoming a professional singer or a backup dancer. The young talent chose dance and went on to develop his skills by undertaking an intermediate level course at the Contemporary Dance Association in Australia.
The choreographing can be anything, can be any form, can be in any motion that I create. So they can communicate to the people to fulfill their perception, how characteristic of artists make it more and more and more.
After all his learning and experiences gained abroad, Kun Tan eventually returned to Thailand and started working for famous record companies like Grammy Music. He choreographed dance steps for many famous Grammy artists. Just being a singer isn't enough in the entertainment business, especially when going on tour and performing live. Elaborate sets, beautiful costumes, and wild dance routines are what makes the show and keeps the audience coming back for more. So choreography is very important to the longevity and sustainability of an artist and the record label.
I work to Moss Leo Lai. You know Moss Leo Lai? He was very famous in that time. I want to thank Mom Luang Watana Wisisawadiwat. Gave me a big opportunity to work with famous artists in that time. And also I choreographed for Tatayang her first album called the song called Oh Oi. That is so very impressed to work with many artists. And 2002 ราตรี that I also choreographed Hey Halle Halle Wonka Hey Halle Halle Wonka. I have a big opportunity to work with many artists because Mom Hluong Wattana Wissawatt gave me a big opportunity and believe in me, trust in me that I can do that. So I want to thank him much.
Kuntan has been in the Thai music industry for years now and has worked with famous Thai artists including Thongchai McIntyre, Tata Young, Moss Patipan, Mai Charanpura, Nawinta, Yaya Ying, Sasa, God Chakrapan, Jintara Poonlap, and many more. But the dance instructor says his most memorable experience was when he had the chance to coach Princess Ubonrat Ratchakanya before her to be #1 concert.
If you love to dance and want to be a dancer seriously, I think that you should have a respect of this career. Don't be afraid working hard because you have to working hard and believe in yourself. Don't say if but say when, and keep going taking dancing class. I think it's very important because many dancers in Thailand do not much taking dancing class, so they has not a good skill for dancing. I think a dancer have to taking more dancing class or many style or many kind of dancing. I think it's very important. So you have to seriously taking dancing class like I did. I think it's very important.
Another of Tun's proudest past achievements was the opportunity to work with Janet Jackson's dance team. At the time, his father was seriously ill, but this was a big gig that he just couldn't turn down. Tun had to juggle between his responsibilities as a son and his duty to the dance assignment. He knew that working with famous artists overseas would be a good move for him. Tun's father passed away shortly after he finished the job overseas. Initially, this caused tension in the family, but today, they realized that Kuntan made the right decision.